global macro, or the monetary system, or economics in general, works in the real world. There you go. And usually I don't get this animated, and I don't like to, I'm not the type of person that brags and throws out challenges and all these things. That's not my style. You guys know that. But come on, CNBC, come on now. You're meaning to tell me that you, of all people or all entities, and these financial advisors that do nothing but just spew this stupid 60-40 nonsense are somehow the experts, and you're trying to discredit people like me that actually have common sense, for heaven's sakes, and have never said anything, and have said the opposite. They don't get into a 60-40. I would take all of the things I have said on my channel. I make very few predictions, but look at all the warnings that I have given since 2019 on the George Gammon channel, and compare those to what has been said by the quote-unquote experts at CNBC with their Series 7 and their Series 66, and just compare notes. See who has been more accurate. Is it this blowhard on YouTube that has no experience and shouldn't be taken seriously? Or is it the people that are ordained by the central planners and Klaus? I'm happy to have that debate anytime, CNBC. You're welcome on this channel. Alright, there you go, guys. Just absolute insanity. But I felt as though I had to bring it to your attention to give you that warning. So next time that you tune into the George Gammon channel or the Rebel Capitalist channel, you better think twice about that. Make sure that you go to CNBC first and ask for their permission. As always, guys, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And
the phenomenon of the Star of Bethlehem in hopes of understanding it better. I also hoped to get more information about the birth of Jesus. Before, when I talked to you, you said you knew all the prophecies of the coming of the Messiah, and you were looking for him. Why is the Messiah so important?
He is important because it is he who will bring light to the world. He will deliver and give hope to those who are without. He will show us and others how that we may gain our souls.
Then he will be a very special person.
He is a very special person, though he is but a child.
Have you seen him?
Once, when his parents came to us asking us to help, for they knew of Herod's plans and they had to leave. They sheltered with us for many days while things were gathered so that they might make their journey in safety.
Do you know what Herod's plan was?
To slay all children born within a 2-year span, because it was said that the Messiah had been born, and he thought in this manner he would capture him in his net and rid himself of this worry.
How did Herod know that the Messiah had been born?
When the Magi came and stopped at the palace, they thought, mistakenly, that if a king was to have been born, surely it would have been born in the palace of the king. They spoke to Herod, and through them he learned that the Messiah had been born, and he would be called King of the Jews. And this Herod could not hear. Therefore he, when the wise men had left, he ordered that this edict be followed. Because if there were a King of the Jews born, then being as he was known as King of the Jews, it would also follow that he would no longer be king.
I imagine that if the Magi had known this, they probably wouldn't have gone to the palace.
It was their destiny. Or was it not written that this would occur? It was foreseen many, many years ago, and therefore everyone knew of it, so that we would be prepared for this. They were but following their destiny, as we must all follow our own.
Some people have said that when the wise men came to Herod, it was a long time after the Messiah was born.
No, for when the Magi came to the Messiah, he was still at the place of his birth. He had not left.
Do you know how many wise men came?
There were 3. They were men of
Isn't that a city in Babylon?
Archavia. This is another name for